Have you ever told yourself you're too old, too out of shape, or too inexperienced to start backpacking? I used to believe all of those things too. I didn't go on my first overnight backpacking trip until I was 40, and 9 years later, it's become one of the most empowering parts of my life. Today, I'm sharing what I wish I would have known as a beginner backpacker who started at 40. The fears, the mistakes, the slow miles, and all the things I had to learn on my own the hard way so you don't have to. If we haven't met yet, hi, I'm Kathleen, a food-motivated hiker, solo backpacker, backpacking coach for women, and the Hungry Hiker here on YouTube. And if you're a woman who's in your 40s, 50s, or 60s who's dreaming of getting back on trail or getting on trail for the very first time, I hope this video helps you feel seen, supported, and inspired to take that next step. In this video, I'm heading out on one of my weekly winter training hikes, and I'm bringing you along with me as I share my story, the myths I faced, and the lessons I wish I knew when I first started backpacking. Something you might not know about me is that I didn't grow up outdoorsy. I actually didn't start backpacking until I was 40. I didn't have a mentor, and I definitely didn't have the right gear when I first started. On my very first trip, I borrowed a bunch of gear I didn't know how to use, camped in the snow, and even got lost on a day hike. Nothing about that trip went right, but something about being out there lit a spark, and I wanted more. I spent the next few years learning everything the long and hard way. How to plan my trips, how to choose my gear, how to read maps, how to feel safe being out on trail alone, and how to trust my body, even when I was slow, sweating, or struggling. And here's what surprises a lot of people. At 42, just 2 years after my first messy trip, I solo thru-hiked the Pacific Crest Trail from Mexico to Canada all alone. Since then, I've hiked the Wonderland Trail, the John Muir Trail, the Trans-Catalina Trail, the Grand Canyon Rim to Rim multiple times, the Superstition Mountains, and even trekked to Everest Base Camp twice. But none of this happened because I was born athletic or brave. It happened because I kept putting one foot in front of the other, learning from my mistakes, and refusing to quit, even when I felt slow or scared. And that's why I want to share my story with you, because if I had believed I was too old, too out of shape, or too inexperienced, I would have missed out on the last 9 years of the most life-changing adventures of my life. And I don't want you to miss yours. Let's talk about age. I'm too old. That's one of the biggest fears I hear from women thinking about starting backpacking. And it's valid. I get it. Starting something later in life can feel intimidating. But here's the truth. Age can actually be your biggest advantage. I've seen women in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even older start backpacking for the very first time and absolutely thrive. Why? Because life experience, patience, and discipline go a long way out on trail. Your mindset, more than your age or fitness, is what will carry you through tough sections, long days, and those moments when you doubt yourself. The women in my program, the Confident Solo Female Backpacker System, inspire me every day, proving that it's never too late to start and that sometimes starting later makes you stronger, wiser, and perhaps more prepared than you think. Another fear I hear all the time is, I'm too out of shape to backpack. Here's the truth. Fitness builds on the trail, not before you start. You don't need to be mountain fit on day one. I certainly wasn't when I first started, and yet step by step, mile by mile, I built endurance, confidence, and strength along the way. Backpacking is an endurance sport. Slow is strong. Taking it slow isn't a weakness, it's a strategy. You'll go farther and enjoy it more when you pace yourself and listen to your body. Even now, this winter, I've been training for the backpacking season with short day hikes, sessions at the gym, walks through my neighborhood, and yoga, slowly building the strength I need for multi-day trips. And that's the point. You don't have to wait until you're fit enough. You can start where you are and get stronger as you go. I've seen women in my program start with all kinds of challenges. Weight loss goals, mobility limitations, long gaps in activity, busy work and home life, and they absolutely crush it. You don't have to be perfect to start or restart. You just have to start. Another fear I hear all the time is, I'll slow everyone down. I'll be the weakest in the group. Here's the truth. Slow is strong. It's okay to take breaks. You get to go at your own pace. Solo backpacking actually removes the comparison trap. There's no one to keep score, and there's no need to measure yourself against anyone else. Many women start solo backpacking because they can't find hiking partners who match their pace. You don't have to be fast. You just have to start. Confidence builds one step at a time, mile by mile. Even in my group hikes for the Confident Solo Female Backpacker System, no woman is left behind. That's literally my motto. If anyone is moving slower than the group, I'll be right there with them. That means, yes, I often end up being the slowest in the group. And I love it because it reminds everyone that there's no shame in going at your own pace. On trail, you'll learn this too. Your speed doesn't define your adventure. Your courage, consistency, and willingness to show up is all that matters. So here's the truth no one tells you. You're not too old. You're not too out of shape. You're not unfit for backpacking. What are the real barriers? Well, these are things you can fix. For example, age isn't the problem, but having a lack of skills is. Fitness isn't the problem, but having a lack of a training structure is. Confidence isn't the problem, but having a lack of guidance and mentorship can be. None of this is permanent. None of this is unchangeable. Every skill, every bit of strength, every ounce of confidence can be learned. Step by step, mile by mile, you can build the backpacking life you want. You just have to start. And the good news, you're never too late to start. Looking back, there are a few lessons I really wish I would have known when I first started backpacking at 40. These are things that would have saved me a lot of time and frustration. First, start small. If you've got a big hiking goal, break it up into small, manageable steps. I recommend starting with short overnight hikes and front country car camping trips. That's how I built confidence before attempting multi-day adventures. It's okay to start small. The key is just to start. Gear matters, but not the fancy stuff. I used to think I needed the latest, greatest, most expensive gear to succeed. What I've learned is that comfortable, functional, and reliable gear matters way more than expensive ultralight gear. Find what works for you and the trips you want to go on. Practice and planning build confidence. Learning skills like packing efficiently, setting up camp, filtering water, reading a map, and getting familiar with the trail before you go gives you freedom and confidence when you're out on trail. The more you practice, the more you'll enjoy your hike instead of stressing over what ifs. Community changes everything. I wish I had access to a group of like-minded women hikers and backpackers when I first started. Having support, advice, and accountability is priceless. It can make the difference between giving up and going on your next adventure. And don't wait until you feel fit. Hiking and backpacking is how you get fit, not the prerequisite. Start with where you are right now. Go slow, take breaks, and build endurance gradually. Every step you take is progress, and progress builds confidence faster than you think. These lessons aren't theoretical. I've lived them all. And if I had known them 9 years ago, my early backpacking adventures would have been less stressful and even more empowering. You're not too old. You're not too out of shape. You're not behind. What you do need is the right guidance and a plan. And more than anything, the confidence to take that first step. You are more capable than you think. That's why so many women in their 40s, 50s, and even 60s thrive in my program, the Confident Solo Female Backpacker System. They finally get the structure, support, and mentorship that makes starting solo backpacking not only possible, but empowering and fun. If you want help getting started the right way, even if you feel old, out of shape, scared, or unsure, schedule a free one-on-one enrollment call with me. On our call, we'll talk about your hiking and backpacking goals, and together we'll see if the program is the right fit for you. It's never too late. You're not behind. You can start your backpacking journey today, and I'll show you exactly how. If you like this video and got some value out of it, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for new videos each week, and hit the bell icon to get notified each time new videos are posted. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy trails and keep on trucking.